Hello, hello, hello. My name is Marlissa. This is At Word from Mars Tarot, and I am here to do the July predictions for the Cancers. Please apply this to your Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, and Rising sign. Okay, happy Cancer season to all the Cancer sun signs out there. So I know y'all probably like Marlissa. July's already here, and I know, and I know, and I'm still gonna post these readings for all of July. I'm hoping to get them done before I go out of town next week. So hoping to get all 12 signs done. So we will see how that goes. I figure if I do about two to three a day, I can get through them, quickly. So I am using a new deck today, the Awakened Soul. All right. I also got this deck when I was in Chicago, late spring. All right. So if I feel called to, I'll read from the booklet since I'm not familiar with these oracle cards, but I'll more so just be saying what I intuitively feel. Um, all right, Cancers, if you like it here, you love it here, please like the video, subscribe, because y'all be watching, like, not just Cancers, but y'all be watching a little bit, but, like, don't like the video, please, all right? So we can get that algorithm going. This can be sent to other Cancers. So let's go ahead and get into it. Whew, Cancer, this month, you're going to be feeling a lot. No surprise, right? You're going to be feeling a lot, though, emotionally, and you're going to be thinking a lot. Like, all I see here, you mostly have here. Excuse me, in this oracle deck that I'm using, you mostly have here green and blue cards. The green borders for emotions, the blue cards are for like mental conflict, all right? But the overall energy of the spread is material and spiritual prosperity. All right, material and spiritual prosperity. So this means that things, and it's a 6 at the top of this card, things are going to become balanced like in your financial house this month. So if you've been struggling a little bit, I feel like you are going to feel more fulfilled, not only materially, but spiritually. So I feel like you're doing things to feed your spirit more. Which I love because, money isn't everything. Like how you feel within your spirit matters a lot. Um, so, if you have a religious belief or a spiritual belief, you're tapping in more this month. And I feel like that's supporting you and feeling more fulfilled. I see some sort of honest conversation happening. I do not know with who. All right. Have no idea with who. But there is some sort of honest conversation happening with this triumphant success card here. In traditional tarot, this would be known as the Ace of Swords. So, something that maybe you have been confused about, because this is right next to the mental conflict card, all right? Something that's been causing you, a great deal of mental conflict, something that's been on your mind a lot. Some conversation is going to come about and bring some clarity. And it's going to be honest conversation, honest communication too. Remember to be honest, Cancer, but to be emotionally intelligent. The Triumphant Success card can sometimes be a double-edged sword and you can stab yourself. Um, so just want to throw that out there. This could be some sort of reconciliation, whether it's a friend, or a lover. I do feel like it's more so one-sided though, not in a negative way, but it's like someone is going to be coming to you or you're going to be going to them. So maybe you guys are not on each other's mind or something like that. Because I do see love begins here, and this is the Ace of Cups. But what I feel like is unique about this deck specifically is that we see the sleeve of each hand and there are different colors. So even though traditionally, right, the Ace of Cups is just one offer, like a cup going one way, I do feel like there's going to be some sort of mutual understanding or mutual agreement. We have a rainbow in the background. I don't know about y'all. I have a Cancer placement. I've been seeing a lot of rainbows lately for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. So there's going to be some sort of mutual understanding and you all will pour, I feel like into, one another or pour into the same idea, something of the sort. But yeah, I also see this Memories of Love card. So this is that nostalgic feeling. So actually, I know I said that y'all may not be on each other's mind, but when I think about this mental conflict and this being a 2 card and this Memories of Love card and that being a 6 card, which again, 6s are about, balances. So you guys may be seeing 1, 1, 1 or 6 or 6, 6. Um, This is about some like feeling nostalgic. So, there's some sort of connection that you are feeling nostalgic about this month, or maybe somebody is feeling that way about you. But I feel like Cancer, at some point, you may have accepted, like, I'm just defeated, like, or maybe you were conflicted and defeated about going back to this person to have said conversation, or you just like said that it's not going to happen. Also want you to be very mindful because Mercury retrograde, I believe, starts the 17th, I want to say. So we're already in the shadow period. So you may be hearing from old people. And you want to use your discernment, okay? Not everybody that you may have a conversation with you may not need to necessarily reconnect with this person, depending on what your situation is. And maybe that's the mental conflict you already have now. At the bottom of the deck, we have choose wisely. All right, choose wisely, because not everything is always as it seems or as it presents itself. So you want to choose wisely about how you move and shake in relation to, this relationship. Please excuse my dog if you hear her whining, okay? So let me move to these next oracle cards. So clearly you're here for a reason, right? Some of you may be a tarot reader yourself, but I see guidance here. So if you are a tarot reader or you read cards, maybe you need to pull cards, yourself. Let me let my dog out, y'all. I see here the sun, the moon, and the star. So that would be what? Sign of Leo, Cancer, and Aquarius. Those are the cards that she has out in front of her. All right. So maybe you all are supposed to be, seeking guidance, from a tarot reader. Maybe some of you guys watch multiple tarot readers. Maybe it's time for a tarot reading. All right. But it is like you may be needing some guidance in the month of July or soon. So the answers are in a reading. Okay. We have unplug here, which also makes sense to me because you are feeling things heavily, all right, like heavy emotions. You're having a lot of mental conflict. So when you can this month, Cancer, unplug, or not when you can, prioritize unplugging. So, turn your phone off for an hour a day or something, or put your phone on do not disturb, at night. Turn your phone off on a, weekend for a few hours. Uh, Less screen time. Like, yes, of course, you're supposed to get guidance, from tarot or wherever else, but unplug when you can, and also, dare I say, like, it's get outside in some greenery, go for walks, or maybe, how people like book those like cabins, because look at the greenery that's behind in this card, all right? And look at the like nature here, like he's on a dock. Okay, so you may be called to like meditate near some water, or to be somewhere green. There's also knowledge here, okay? So I think while you're unplugging specifically, you're also supposed to be reading, okay? You're supposed to be reading something to gain some knowledge. Maybe some of you as a child used to really like to read, but as you got older, you stopped. And look at like the ladderings or whatever. Maybe some of you this summer need to go do that. I forgot what it's called. Like you light it up and they like, release into the air and such. This could also just symbolize like being a dreamer, right? Like doing your research and knowing, like, learning how to like follow your dreams, or I don't know. Connecting with your inner child. All right. So, shadow work, okay? Shadow work. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Carl Jung. May this oracle deck awaken you to greater authenticity by working through any hidden shadows of your personality. So, no surprise, Cancer. The card that came out for you is codependency. This is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more self-love. So for some of you, maybe the reason why you're so mentally and emotionally conflicted is because you're codependent or you were codependent on this person. Maybe codependency is always something that you're going to have to work on and be mindful of, Cancer. Okay. So codependency. So some of you, all right, and it's collective, no matter how this conversation goes, you may need to choose yourself, and or if you reconnect with this person, do not get lost in this person. Make sure you're still unplugging. Make sure you're still taking time to read and do things that you enjoy. Make sure you're receiving guidance, okay? Make sure you're giving yourself self-love. I also feel heavily that you need to rest with that unplug card, because the unplug card and knowledge card, they look more like relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely look relaxed, and that will help with this mental conflict, this distress that you're feeling, the defeat that you're feeling. Even when you're constantly like reflecting on the past, sometimes you can reflect on good things, but sometimes that shit can make you depressed because you're in the past, you're not being present. But at the bottom of my next oracle deck, it says rest. All right, rest. We have healing. So maybe the conversation that you're going to have this month, I just saw 1111. Maybe the conversation you're going to have this month is going to be healing. All right. We have light or colored hair. So maybe you can have light or colored hair, or the person that you're going to have a conversation with has light or colored hair. We have free will. So remember that even when you're getting guidance from tarot readers, or, any sort of spiritualist, whatever the case may be, people have free will. So this could be what's supposed to happen, right? But somebody could literally, right now, they could be decided on, coming towards you, having the conversation, wanting to start something new, wanting to offer a cup, and then free will could support them in changing their mind. Free will could support you in changing your mind. All right, so keep that in mind. We have crying or release. Crying or release. So you may be doing a lot of crying and releasing this month, Cancer. And then we have letters and name B, T, M, or G. Letters and name B, T, M, or G. So that could be your first name or last name, middle initial, or someone else you're connected to's last name, first name, last name, or middle initial, B, T, M, or G. The very last card I have for you comes from a Miracles Now affirmation deck, all right? So my positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. Cancer, don't forget who you are. That's what I just heard. Do not forget who you are, okay? You have very positive energy, all right? You have a lot to offer yourself and others, and you have an impression to make on this world. But if you're so worried about a specific relationship, or romantic relationships, you're not leaving the mark that you could. So remember that you have this positive energy, and remember who you are. That is what I have for you, Cancer. Please chat with me. Be a professional yapper in the comments. Let me know how this month goes for you and what happens. And please take care of yourself, because this is a lot mentally and emotionally. I'll see you next time. Bye.